Okay. Hello everyone. I hope I'm audible and clearly visible. Can someone give me a confirmation? Okay. Also, there'd be a little lag between me reading your comments and me replying to your comments because again, I'm reading the comments on your chats, right? Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Latha. Good evening, Happy World. Good evening, Lavanya. Okay. So I feel we can start with this even now. So again, I welcome you all to this session. Today, the agenda for this session is to actually understand how to enroll for this, first of all, how to actually enroll for this Accenture event, and secondly, how to actually understand like what is the problem data set, what's the problem statements, where can I exactly extract the data set from, how can I actually utilize these things, are there any limits, are there any rules and regulations that I should follow. Everything would be covered in today's session, right? So without further ado, let's start with this event. Okay, let me share my screen first. Okay, share screen. Okay, so right now I'm in an incognito tab just to show you how exactly things are going to work out, right? So I in an incognito tab I've just opened up Geeks for Geeks, right? From here you can go to the contest, or you obviously have the link for that, right? Through all contests and events. If I click on that, uh, give it a second. This is the Accenture event that is going on, right? So just for clarity, in case anyone has not registered, just you can click on register here, right? Click on register. It will ask for a sign in, login up, and I'm sure you already have a login ID. Once you click on that, you're going to be redirected to a page in which they'll be asking you all the credible information, like what's your name, what's your schooling, are you a working professional, what exactly is your qualification, what are your skills, and everything. So once you fill out that form, once you fill out everything from that, then you'll be redirected to this page. Then you'll be redirected to this page. Now, we're going to communicate, we're going to actually understand that what exactly is this page and how you can actually utilize this page, right? Okay, the problem statement is too complicated for a single person. Right, got it, got it. Okay, talking about Hack the Future is the name of the hackathon. This is powered by Accenture. Right. So you have the start and end date. So it starts on 17th and it's going to end on 6th. Right. The location is online. Again, you have read the overview. I'm sure you've read the overview. That this is an exciting hackathon and all these things are constituted. This is majorly focused on AI, Gen AI, Sprint. So you're going to use those kind of tech stack. Now, why participate? Why should you join? What's the tip and everything? So once you register on that, right, and you scroll down a little bit, you'll be able to see the timelines. Before the problem statement, let me explain about this page first, so that you have an absolute clarity on that what exactly is this page about and how you can actually submit your entire things, right? So as I talked about, this is the entire problem statement, and next is the timeline. Now this timeline is very crucial. So the registration has started from this time, and the idea submission round is this. This is the learning sessions, and these are the reviews and evaluation, grand finale, and the winners. Correct. And this is how actually you can have a team. So you can have a minimum one team and the maximum of two people in your team. Right. So right now, this is the ID through which I am enrolled in. Okay. Now my name is Ashwin. So this is the ID that it has given me. You can customize your team name, right? And you can send the invite link. Okay. I'm the captain, and I can send the invite link to others to actually join my team. And once they join that, it would be shown here. So I am the captain. Another one will be your teammate. At max, you can have two people, right? Now, if I'm talking about the prizes, then the first prize for this is a whopping 80,000 rupees per team member, okay, per team, and prizes worth 50,000 for the first runner up, approx. Second is 25,000. Done. So you have a winning team, you have the first runner up, and you have the second runner up. These are the rules that the contest is open for all data and AI enthusiasts, right? And you can participate through this. Now, two tracks. One is the technology track, that is for techies, and another is the strategy and consulting track, that is for the consultant positions, right? So you must work on your problem statement for your own domain. You need to choose a track before you actually start make a submission. So once you appear to this window, before that it will ask you that which stack are you going for. Is it the technology stack or is this the strategy and the consulting track, right? Now, today we are going to select the technology stack and we're going to understand about that. So once you click on the technology stack, you will be redirected to a different set of problem statement and a different data sets, because the other one is more focused on consultant positions. Clear? Now, you need to choose a track. You've already chosen that. Teams need to submit the innovative idea and everything. All the participants are requested to make a submission before the deadline as well. And terms and conditions should be mentioned. Right? There's a terms and condition. You can check the entire thing. Now, going back to the problem statements. Right, first of all, these are the technological track, right? And these are the problem statements for the same. So if you click on this, you'll actually start downloading the problem statements, and through this you can actually download the submission template, and this is the data set. Okay, now the submission criteria on how exactly you have to submit the entire data set and how exactly your presentation should look like, what exactly the things that needs to be done, that would be conducted and that would be cleared in tomorrow's workshop. So again, tomorrow we have the same workshop from 6 to 7. In that we're going to talk about how to actually submit your project. Today it's more focused on understanding and decoding the problem statement, right? Now, if I click on problem statements, it has started to download the problem statements for me, and it will open up like this, right? So this is a PPT and PowerPoint presentation in which you can actually understand the problem statement. Now, if I'm talking about the problem statements here, I can see that you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 problem statements, right? And actually you have to choose on your own that which problem statement should I go with, whichever you feel is comfortable for your domain, or whatever you feel that yes I can actually work on that. Choose that domain, choose that problem statement, only one problem statement, and start working on the execution portion. Now there are set rules and regulations as well that will be discovered towards the end. If I'm talking about the problem statements, initially you have first problem statement that actually talks about optimizing the retail inventory of with multi agents, right? So quickly let's understand what exactly is the challenge and what is the current process and what they are actually expecting from you. So I'm sure you've read this, but I'll again read this and actually make you understand that what exactly is your task. So it's like in a retail industry, you have a problem maintaining an optimal balance between product availability and the inventory cost. For is the key challenge, right? So retail chains often face challenges in stockouts, that is running out of the popular item, and the item which is not that much purchased, it is overstocked, right? Now, to actually address these problems, they are inviting you to design a multi-agent system to collaborate between different stores, warehouses, and supplies and customers to optimize the inventory management. Now, this is the entire inventory management system problem, right? And the goal is actually to create a multi-agent that can actually predict the demand, ensure the availability, reduce the inventory holding cost, improve the supply chain efficiency, and collaborate among different agents to actually provide all these informations like avoiding stockouts and minimizing the excess hold of inventory. So end of the day, you have to enhance the sale and improve the operational efficiency. How you can do that? They have classified a few things here that are the crux, that are that the products, okay, the products in which are actually popular, right? The products which are actually popular, they are running out of stock, because all the things are done manually up till now, and they have even given you how exactly the process is happening. So initially, up till now, what is happening? A retail manager is there who is reviewing the historical sales. So suppose they have 3 to 4 products, like they have one is if I talk about one is a soap of a brand like you can take an example of a skirt or a shirt from Zara. Suppose that's the high demand thing, and then you have another shirt from any other company, right? Now, what is happening is the you have the availability. The manager has the availability, and they can actually see the records that the shirt of Zara is actually in high demand right now, and major people are actually purchasing this shirt right now, right? And this is actually being purchased, and the other product is not being purchased. So how should they proceed? They should involve these Zara shirts in the inventory as much as possible, and they should minimize that, right? So this is done in a manual manner right now. That is, manual person is going there, and it is actually checking the inventory, manually typing the inventory details, and everything is being done. They just want you to automate these things and actually predict as well using an ML model. So if you guys have actually worked on ML, there was a very great theory. There was a very great experiment done through ML. What was that? That dads actually husbands who actually went to the stores with their babies to actually buy the the diapers of the children's, right? So the store manager understood the thing. They actually managed using the machine learning agent and everything. They derived an understanding that the husbands who are actually there to pick up these kind of things, like the childcare things, are very exhaustive, and they actually go for beers and all. So what they did was, this prediction was done through machine learning model. So what they did in the stores, right next to where the baby diapers were kept, right next to that, the section of beer and everything was done. So what happened was that actually beer sale increased because of that. So it's kind of like a similar thing that we are actually doing here. You are actually creating a model which can actually predict that what exactly is going to be in high demand based on the availability. Okay. So demanding forecast. What is happening is retail manager are actually reviewing the historic data, trends and seasonal pattern, and based on that, they're actually forecasting that what exactly would be needed in the future. Same inventory monitoring. The retail manager is regularly performing physical stock checks in the storehouse and warehouse to actually check that what exactly is there, what exactly is not there, and there could be discrepancies between actual stock and the recorded inventory. Then there's a price optimization. They can actually analyze the stock level, manually adjust the price and everything. Right? So there are 2 to 3 problem statements here at once. So you have to automate this entire process. Automating this entire process through multi-agent framework. This is the expected technical output that they're expecting. Right? So a multi-agent will take care of many steps here. One, predicting the thing, checking with the inventory, and automating this entire process, right? Warehouse, suppliers, customer, and stores, all these data should be optimized in that. Okay. Now, if I'm talking about the next problem statement, that is about smart shopping, like data and AI for personalized e-commerce. Okay. Now that was one of the problem statement. There's the next problem statement. Let's understand that. What exactly is this? That in a competitive world of e-commerce, providing personalized and relevant product recommendation is the key to improving customer experience, increasing customer rates and boosting sales. Done. So in this challenge, you actually have a task to build a multi-agent agentic AI agent that can actually deliver hyper-personalized product recommendation for an e-commerce platform. Okay. Now an e-commerce platform will automatically have records of the people who are in the system, and it's similar to like the Instagram sales, Instagram ads. So suppose you are on your phone, you're seeing something, or you went to Amazon and you actually checked something, instantly you switch to Instagram and you're actually seeing those ads, right? So that's an uh, hyper focused recommendation for you, right? So it's similar to that hyper personalized product recommendation that you're getting. Okay, again, how it is doing that, it is actually taking your data and understanding through your data that what exactly is the keyword that you're searching a lot of time, and through that it is taking counter. You can understand they're taking a counter from that, that suppose you're checking shoes again and again, so the counter for shoes is like 5 or 6, and for other products like perfume is 2 to 3. Then they are going to pitch the things that are in the highest demand for you, and there are other keywords as well, like if in shoes, then which brand as well, so that brand is also going to appear, right? So all these things, that's how actually you create a uh, hyper focused personalized agent environment, right? So the system will actually utilize different agents representing customer products and recommending engines, all collaborating to actually analyze the browsing behavior, predicting the user's preferences, and actually optimizing the overall shopping experience. Right, this will actually enable the e-commerce platform and deliver the tailored experience. Now, what's the current process? Read this as well. So, what exactly is the current process? How exactly we are following this up till now, so that you can get an idea on how to actually generalize it and how to actually automate it. So right now, e-commerce teams are manually checking and collecting the store data and checking the data through an Excel sheet, customer profile, and creating a specific attribute like age, gender, which are manually segmented again, like frequent buyers, new visitor, and all these categories. And then they are identifying patterns, trends, and performances. That's how the step is being done. And the product recommendation that is done based on the product profile, customer profile. So they select a set of products to actually recommend to each customer. For example, like frequent buyers might receive recommendations for like the similar product that they are actually purchasing. A new product, new visitor uh, could actually given be the new visitor would be given the most popular products that are in the demand, or the products with the highest discount. That's how we are going to do. So obviously you're going to have a database here in which you're going to have all these informations and an agent who can automate these things. That's the reason you have multi-agent framework and an SQL Lite database. Okay, I'm sure you have all worked on SQL Lite. Next, okay. While doing this, you must be wondering that how exactly am I going to use an AI agent? Is there any limitation to that? We are going to talk about that. They have given you uh, certain database, certain agents that are need to be used, and they are very lightweight. And how actually to utilize them is also mentioned in the steps. Third is the data driven AI for sustainable farming. Now, what is happening here is agriculture is playing a vital role, right? Environment and economic impact is sustainable, okay? Uh, with growing challenges like water scarcity and excessive pesticide use and soil degradation, the need for more sustainable agriculture, okay? This hackathon aims to leverage AI technology to create innovative solutions that promote sustainability, optimize resource usage, and improve the livelihood of farmers. How exactly we're going to do that? They've also given that develop a multi-agent system that can actually bring together different stakeholders in agriculture, like farmers, weather station, agriculture experts, to actually collaborate and optimize the farming practices. The goal is to reduce the environment impact in farming, right, and minimize water consumption and reduce soil erosion. Okay. Now, what exactly is the current step that is actually going on through this? Right. Right now, we are actually having a farmer advisor that is actually providing the actionable insights by analyzing the input and the farmers about land preference and financial goals. Through that, a financial farmer advisor is there to advise them, and a market researcher is there to actually analyze the regional market trends, the crop price, and how the demand and forecast and profitability, everything is being done. So you have two people right now: a farmer advisor who's doing all these analysis, and a market researcher who's actually researching for the products and the crops and the availability of the crops and how the crops are growing and everything. Right. So through this, you actually have to create a multi-agent framework in SQL database, obviously because you need a database uh, who can actually provide these two roles. Right. Next. Okay, empowering elderly care with multi-agent system. Now, elderly care, mostly what's happened is that you have a global population and a lot of elderly people in there. Major challenges. Uh, okay, so the goal of the hackathon is to develop a multi-agent system that can assist the elderly individual to provide monitoring, reminders, and safety alerts, and promoting health management, social engagement, right, and collaborating support environment, right, and they actually have to optimize the care and bring peace of mind and everything. How exactly they're going to do that? The system should monitor the health, okay, monitoring of the health, detecting unusual behavior, and providing alerts in case of emergency. It should also provide a reminder for like daily dosage of medicine and everything, and schedules and appointments and everything. How it is being done? You have a healthcare provider up till right now who actually monitors their healthcare, right? Uh, Through wearable devices, and they get alert if abnormal activity is detected. So they already have a watch, a wearable device that is actually detecting this. So you already have the database of that. Now you just need to optimize that and check for any alerts and everything so that you can give an alert. That's one thing. Next is safety monitoring. So using sensors or variable to track movement, activity, and falls. If an elderly person falls or exhibits unusual behavior, the system triggers an alert, right? So you need to take care of their health data as well, to check their glucose, BP, heart rate, and everything on a live basis, and actually can tell them that in case any abnormal activity is coming. Second, they already have a variable sensor. Through that, you can actually track the movement. And in case the person is idle or the person is fallen, right? All these things should be taken in consideration, and you should definitely send an alarm or trigger something, right? That's the problem statement. So you have two steps right now. You have a healthcare provider, you have a safety monitoring system, and third, you have a daily activity reminder system that sends email, found voice notes, right, and schedule appointment and everything. So you want a multi-agent framework that can do all these three things combined. Then this is another problem statement that focuses on an individual, and this is the job screening one. What happens is you have CVs, you have JDs, and it is very time consuming and prone to error to actually analyze each and every records in there, right? So the goal is to develop a multi-agent system that can automatically read and summarize the JDs and match the candidate's qualification with the GD, so that the shortlisting can be done in a much more faster manner, right? How it is being done right now? First of all, we read and summarize the key elements of the JD, including the required skill, experience, qualification, and job responsibilities. Then you have actually a recruiting agent that extracts the key data from the CSV, such as education, workforce, and everything, and then they match with the job profile. That is being done through recruiting agent. Third is the shortlisting candidate, right? So based on their whatever score they are getting, right? Obviously, you need to have a threshold score. So suppose if I'm talking about the field of data analytics require four things, that is Excel, SQL, uh, key tools, Python, and a visualization tool, Tableau, Power BI. So if the resume has these credential information, obviously I'm going to give a score to them. Okay, and if the job is for data analyst, I'll have an aggregate score on each and every skills. Based on that, a threshold score would be given, and anything above that threshold would be recommended. So it's kind of similar to if you have LinkedIn Premium and you go to jobs. So you see the matching accuracy with your job profile, that yeah, this is my job profile and this is 80% or 90% is your accuracy is matching with this job. So you can definitely apply for this, right? It's similar to that. That is something that you have to do. An interview scheduler. So you have to send a personalized interview request to the shortlisted candidate involving the potential time and informal format written on the email. So you need to do three to four things combined: job description summarization, recruiting the agent, shortlisting the candidate, and scheduling the interviews. Again, you need to use multi-agent framework and SQLite database. Next, you have a recommendation and design for customer 360 data products for retail banking customer and agentic solution. Okay. Now what is happening here is you're actually recommending and designing the data products involved in a structured approach that integrates data engineering and business strategy. Okay. This needs a combined usage of data steward, data domain, data engineer. The purpose of this hackathon is to create a multi-agent solution that can understand the specific business use case. So you're interacting with the business aspect and you're understanding the business use case of it. Second part is recommend the target data products structures to fulfill the use case. Okay, so you're actually targeting the data products that are going to fulfill the certain business use case. Third is identifying the source system and attributes required to build the data product. It is as simple as it reads. And then you have to create a mapping and a source system and target data product attributes like pose the agentic flow, define the data products, uh, Ignis and Ignis processes, and certify the data product against standards. Okay, manual certification. How it's being done right now is that you have a detailed use case that specifies the data customer's requirement first. Second, you have a target data product design that considers the business use case and they actually understand the source system and the data designers and everything, the environment. Third is source attribute identification. They actually identify the entire source attributes that what values are needed, which values need to be populated, which values does not need to be populated, what are the target attributes, what needs transformation, what needs specific mapping, and something like that. And finally, you have an Ignis and an Ignis process that actually stores the data and searches the approach to actually certify the product against the standards. And finally, you have an AI driven customer support, enhancing the efficiency through multi agent. Now, customer support, as its name suggests, what is happening is there is a high efficiency and high quality customer support is needed and they can fail at certain point. So what is happening is as business scales, customer queries increase in volumes and complexity increase. That requires a rapid increase in the number of people who are actually in the support team. Okay, and they can actually suffer with the delays and response time and inconsistent resolution that actually decreases your brand image. So that is something that we need to work on. So to enhance efficiency and customer satisfaction, we are creating an AI driven system that can summarize the conversation, extract the actionable insights, and actually recommend the resolution based on the historic data. So it's going to learn from that historic data on how actually they have to respond that, and it will do that. Then the goal is to actually develop an AI agent that can streamline customer support operations by automating key processes such as summary generation, action extraction, resolution recommendation, task routing, and resolution time estimation. It will estimate the time, it will summarize the entire thing, it will actually give an approach, action, so actually recommending resolution recommendation, it will give all the recommendation that these are the possible solution and task routing so that they can actually do the task. How it's being done right now, there's a customer support agent that manually reviews and summarizes the customer queries. It identifies the key points that need escalation. Second is a routing agent. So manually tickets are assigned and the people who are the best fit for that, they are actually given with the tickets. Third is the resolution recommendation through historic data. So based on the previous ways on how we actually summarize that and how we actually resolve the certain problem, we learn from that. Uh, the sales people actually understand this. The people who are working in the sales industry, they actually understand this, that using the historic data they can understand that what kind of resolution this ticket needs, and they're doing that because through the past historic data they're actually understanding that yeah, this is how we actually use resolve that, and that's how they are resolving it. And finally, the resolution time estimation and minimalization. So they have a support team that is actually working on reducing the time needed for resolution and minimization of all these things. Right. So you need to create an entire ecosystem in which there's an agent, there's a customer that is asking certain problem, and initially you have an agent that is giving you the recommendation that what needs to be done. They're actually communicating with you, they're helping understanding the problems that you're facing, they're trying to solve it. Also, they're trying to solve in a minimum time span. So you're going to need again a multi-agent framework. These are the different problem statements that you have. Now, talking about the technology that you're going to use here, technology is going to be used is the Olama based on-perm LLMs, right? You can use custom tools for agents as well, like you can use an API, you can use web scraper, machine learning models, anything that you want. Okay. Again, Olama based embedded models also you can use. You have to use SQLite database. Okay. Multi-agent framework needs to be used. Now you must be wondering on how to actually utilize Olama. So an Olama step-to-step guide is also given with Python. First of all, understand through this that what exactly is your system. So if you're working on Windows, Mac OS, or Linux, suppose you're working on Mac OS, right? Then if this is the processor, and this is the RAM, and this is the storage that you have, and this is the Python version that you have, then Olama is going to work perfectly for you. Or if you're in Windows, then x84, 64, 8 GB, 16 GB is recommended, 10 plus GB free space, and 3.8 plus version Python. Then we have given a step-to-step guide. How you actually have to do that? First, you have to install Olama. Okay. Olama allows you to run this. So if I open this up, okay, through this you can just click on download, and Olama will start to download the entire thing. Okay. Now it will actually ask you the installation. Is it installing in Mac, Windows, or Linux? If you have Windows, you're going to have an executable file. If you have Mac, then a DMG file. Otherwise, Linux, you need to run this in the terminal shell. Then the installation step is very easy. Click on next and where you want to store and everything. Right. So you can verify the installation by running Olama version. If a version appears, then the installation is done successfully. Okay. Now open up Olama and actually see how to actually utilize the model. Okay. So Olama has a lot of AI models. What we need is we actually need a version that is lightweight, right? Which is lightweight, so that your system can actually work on that. And we have already given you certain recommendations that you can use for those. So open in terminal. Okay, open in terminal and or command prompt. 1 second, just a second. Yeah. So open a terminal or command prompt and run the following to download the model. Like Olama pull Mistral. Okay, Mistral is the name of one of the lightweighted model that we're using. Okay, instead of Mistral, you have suggestions that you can use. We'll tell you about that. Then to actually install the packages, how you can do that? Open up an IDE or terminal and just write pip install Olama. It will install the entire Olama. So, just 1 second. Okay. And finally, to actually utilize that on your Python, how you actually going to utilize that on Python? You're going to install the library for that. Open up the library. 1 second. Now, you can open up an any IDE. You must be working on VS Code, PyCharm, anywhere. Just create a new Python file. Okay. Copy paste the following code. What is the code? It is actually importing Olama first of all. Then we are taking the model name. Okay. In our case, we're using Mistral right now. Then we're defining the prompt. This is how you can use the prompt to explain what AI agent in simple words, and then you can run that through this model, print the resources through this manner, and then finally save this entire file and run it. This is how you can use Olama here. Okay, there are some of the models that you can use. These are the lightweighted models that you can use for Llama. One is Tiny Llama 1.1b, very lightweight, fast, and quick demanding forecast. Gamma 2b, Phi 2, Flan T5 small, and Distill both. So you can understand through the description that what exactly is are these models. And if I open this up, This is the entire library. So through this library, you can understand that how exactly they are working. So you have Gamma, Q4, DeepSeek as well. So you've heard these names. You have Llama 3.2, right? So you have different models. You can understand that which model is working for you, and you can download that through this. Otherwise, if you're still facing certain problems, you have GPT. You have different resources through which you can understand that how to actually utilize these things, right? And the crux in a hackathon is actually to learn new things, right? So that can be done easily through this. Next is what exactly we're looking from you. We are looking for an agent interactive design, a technical approach slide, the slide and code structure and demo video, a final presentation, right? So if I'm talking about the final presentation, we'll be covering that tomorrow, that how exactly you're going to submit that through there. A demo video is kind of like a video in which you're actually showing your entire work in a 4 5 minutes, whatever you feel, and you can record that and you can store that in a drive or on your YouTube uh, profile and just paste us the link any way that's possible. So an interactive design, a technical slide that actually tells you the approach and how actually you've done that, a code structure, a demo video, and a final presentation. And these should include these, and that will be covered tomorrow. And you have an agent guideline that obviously respect the website term and if you're using the scrapping, so respect the website terms and insurance, like don't actually pull too many requests there, and don't take the sensitive data in which the information of an individual is given, personal identifiable information is given. Don't extract those kind of information. Maintain data anonymization, right? Fair use and copyright violation. All these are the criteria that you need to take care of. And finally, this is how you can download the data set. You have a link here. Otherwise, if you go to this platform, this is your submission. So if you click here, you are going to download the entire data set, right? And that was it. That is the entire thing. Now, rest is up to you, that how you, which problem statement you're choosing and how you're actually going forward with it. We have provided with the Olama versions, and we've even given you certain insights that which models can be used. We have given you we have not given you any restrictions. You can use web scraping, you can use machine learning models, you can already use pre-trained models, you can use APIs, you can use anything. It's just that you should know how to utilize these things and how to club these things, and you'll be good to go. Done. Now, if you have any doubts, you can ask me, right? Otherwise, we are going to meet tomorrow, in which we are going to talk about the submission criteria. Giving you a minute or two to actually ask your doubts. Sorry for that. So, can I train my own model? Yeah. Okay, just try to maintain that the model is lightweight so that through the time of execution it could be run smoothly. That's the only thing. For the implementation, yeah, you can do that. You can use in machine learning model, right? So definitely in that machine learning model, if you want to have a custom based model, you can do that as well. No worries, you can train your own model. Works. Anything else? Full stack AI based website. Yeah, that also works. If you want a website in which your agent is actually working, I'm not audible. Let me check. No, 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 I'm actually perfectly audible. Okay, you should work. You should check your entire net. Full stack AI based website. If you feel that a website is needed in which you're actually integrating your AI agent, that also works. No worries on that. Anything else? Okay. Okay. So I feel you don't have any other questions. Then let's wrap up this session, and we're going to meet again tomorrow, in which we're going to talk about the submission criteria. So if you have any doubts in the meanwhile, you can prepare that, and let's answer that tomorrow. Okay. So again, thank you everyone for joining. I just enjoyed. I watched the video later. Can you just give some more? Okay. Works, Shivam. Okay. Then I'll meet you tomorrow, and which we can cover the submission criteria platform and everything. Okay. Then let's meet tomorrow. Thank you everyone for joining. Thank you for giving your valuable time and actually listening. And I'll meet you tomorrow. Thank you everyone.